Okay, everybody, welcome back to Campfire Spookhouse. I'm Scary Terry.
I'm Rock Horror.
Today we are recording review for episode 40, Pet Sematary, directed by Mary Lambert, written by Stephen King, based on the Stephen King novel of the same name as well, produced by Richard P. Rubenstein. It starred Dale Midkiff as Lewis Creed, Fred Gwynne as Judd Crandall, Denise Crosby as Rachel Goldman Creed, Miko Hughes as Gage Creed, the son, Blaise Burdall as Ellen Ellie Creed, the daughter, Brad Greenquist as Victor Pascal, and Michael Lombard as Erwin Goldman. And the description of the film is: after tragedy strikes, a grieving father discovers an ancient burial ground behind his home with the power to raise the dead. Its release date was April 21st, 1989. Its budget was $11.5 million. And its box office return was $57.5 million. So, I don't really know how I feel about this film, to be honest. When I was a kid and I heard about Pet Sematary, I never watched the movie, but I was always somewhat interested in it.
Yeah, same.
And I kind of thought that, okay, when the day comes around where I actually do watch this movie, that I was going to really enjoy it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really know how I feel about this film. I think the movie was okay.
Yeah.
I don't think it was great.
No.
And maybe it would have been different had we watched it years and years ago when we were younger, back in the day.
Yeah.
Maybe we would have appreciated it more. But I don't really understand the hype behind the film.
Yeah, so I went into this movie not really considering the hype. I just wanted to see what it was.
Yeah.
Because at this point, I've seen quite a bit of scary / horror movie.
Yeah.
So I said to myself, okay, what type of movie is it going to be? I thought it was going to lean more towards one side or the other, meaning it was either going to be really good or it's going to be really bad.
Yeah.
But you're correct. It's just okay.
I think the performances in the film were good.
Yeah.
I think everyone involved were good actors. They did a good job. I think most impressed actually with the mom and the daughter, because the daughter, scenes where she would be emotional or where she would cry when she was trying to explain to her mom about the dream that she was having, the nightmare.
Mm-hmm.
And she started trying to remember what she was going to say, but then she stopped for a minute and said, I can't remember, and threw her head on the pillow with frustration. I actually thought she did a really good job in that. Yeah. I think the mom was good. I do think the dad was good. He seemed kind of dry at first.
Yeah.
But I appreciated his insanity towards the end.
Yeah. So I understand the overall premise of the movie, and I agree with you. Some of the performances were very good, and then others were adequate.
Yeah, I think the ghost, the guy playing Pascal, I feel like they could have gone with a better actor than him. I wasn't really he was believable enough to get by, but he didn't draw me in or anything.
Yeah, I said, adequate.
It just sounds like he's just kind of I memorized my lines from the script and here they are. Fred Gwynne, the neighbor, the older guy, Judd, I think he was he was really good in the movie too. I think he did great.
It's probably my favorite character that's not, of course he's doing part of the narration and part of the exposition.
Yes.
So that's necessary, but I think he does a good job.
Yeah.
With that.
I think Miko Hughes, the kid, was really good too. And it was you who pointed it out at first. Where do I know that guy from? That kid.
Oh, that's that kid from Kindergarten Cop.
Yeah, and I remember him from Wes Craven's New Nightmare. So it makes sense that he would be in this movie, and very young in this one.
Yeah,
he was really good, believable, and by the end, I like that they brought him back, and he was psycho little killer with a knife.
Yeah.
But there's just not a lot about this film, I feel like, that would make me want to watch it more or again. I feel like it might just actually be a one and done.
Yeah, it's one of those movies where it's oh, okay, I see what this movie was about.
Yeah.
But and it's one of the things where it's like, so towards the end of the movie, once he burns the house, as we've seen before, when they were telling the story about what happened the last time they buried a person and they came back.
Yes.
Sometimes they're better off dead. He burned the house, so he burns his house.
Yes.
And as soon as I saw him come around the corner with his dead wife in his hands, I was like, oh, he's
gonna bring her to Pet Sematary.
Yeah, he's gonna bury her and she's gonna come back, and that's gonna be the end of the movie. It was pretty easy to tell where the movie was going once you laid out what it was about.
So, well, I think that I was thrown off when he was carrying his wife, because you just had to kill your own kid that you brought back. So why wouldn't you think that the same thing would happen with your wife?
Well, as he explained to the ghost, the problem is, I took too long with my son. She just died, so it'll be different this time.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what he believed, because he's a crazy person. At this point, he's not. At this point, he is not. He is crazy.
But I feel like she was already dead before he even dropped her for the hanging. Like he already stabbed her, like, off screen. You could hear her scream.
But remember, there was a funeral, there was a burial. The family went away. Like it.
Oh yeah, true. It was a process.
It would have probably been like almost a week.
Yeah.
Process to get his son in the ground.
Yeah.
Whereas his wife died last night. So
yeah, I think the scariest character was that fucking cat.
Yeah.
The eyes on that cat was terrifying.
Yeah.
And then the injections with the needle that he gave the cat at the end, and then has to do the same thing with his son. I did like, though, how right before he stabbed his son, when his boy was walking up to him, it cycled through. We got to see, like, the memories of him and his boy, and like, oh, that would be a really hard thing for him to have to do.
Yeah.
But very cheesy end with the mom coming back. I expect it to be cheesy. We all do. But just still, the execution of it was...
And then some really weird soundtrack music right after.
Yeah, I know, like some 80s rock and roll music, but also very weird. It was gross watching them kiss. Even she had like that oozing out of her eye, and I'm like, oh, you're gonna get that on your lips and shit. That's fucking gross. But you know what I would have liked better? I would have enjoyed the ending a lot more if, as he was like on the floor in the kitchen in front of the fridge and he's playing with the cards there, if like she just like walked in and he said hi to her, she said hi baby, and then it just ended right then and there, because we know what's gonna happen.
Yes.
I would have liked that more than to just her pick up the knife and then, you know what I mean? Like that made it really cheesy. I think I would have dug my ending a lot better.
I think they wanted to increase the gore. They wanted for people to see what happened.
Were you worried that they weren't going to know, that they might not put it together?
I'm certain it's like a producer's choice. They're like, you got to show that her eye is missing. Or something like that.
Could have seen that when she walked in the door and he said hi to her, and then bam, just end credits, rock and roll music.
If it was me, you would only see her feet. You know how she's walking in, and then it goes back to him, and he looks up and he's like, "Hi, baby," and exactly the end. Yeah,
because I think it would have been nice even to not know what she looks like. But, you know, you can think of that yourself. You can,
and even though you know that's what, like, his demise is on its way.
Yeah,
it would also leave room for people to be like, well, maybe he didn't die.
Yeah,
maybe he was right. That sort of thing.
Yeah,
that would have been better than what we got.
To allow us our own interpretation, I think would have been really nice. I would have appreciated more. I don't know. I don't know. It was. Maybe that was the problem too. I think is that I was expecting the film to be a lot more and a lot better than what it actually was. I let myself down.
I'm not sure that was a problem. I don't think it was. It wasn't a great movie. It was just okay.
Well, it's like, here's my thing. I said this to you earlier. It's like every scene in the movie was shot so short. You only every scene right after another that you watch, it's only like maybe a minute before it now moves to the next scene. Mm-hmm. And it's like you watch a Tarantino movie like Pulp Fiction or something. All those scenes have so much dialogue. and there's just so much going on that it's like 15 minutes for one scene. So I feel like for like a 2.5 hour Tarantino film or 3 hours, it really kind of goes by quick when you're watching it because you get so into it and there's so much to watch. But with this movie, we got like I looked at the time, it was 1 hour and 8 minutes into the film, and I'm like, holy hell, I feel like I've been watching this for 3 hours already. Like, how is it not ending?
Yeah.
It was a very slow build up.
Yeah.
Until, I think, I don't know, after the midway point, once he actually like brought his son back, I think that's when the film started to become more interesting, and I'm like, oh, okay, this is better now. But I don't know, the whole time I'm watching this film, most of the whole time I'm watching it, I'm thinking like, man, this is not really the vibe right now, you know? But performances were good. Music was really, that end credit choice of song was really off-putting for me. That took me out of it a little.
Yeah.
Performances were good. I just think the film could have just been better and should have been better as a whole. I do like Stephen King, though, appearing for the brief little scene that he was in.
Yeah.
I always like seeing that guy.
Yeah, he did the preacher, pastor.
Yeah, man. I think so. That was cool that they got to have him come in the film for a scene. I also think it's cool that he wrote the actual script for the film. But I don't know, man. It wasn't. I'm not a fan.
Me neither.
I think the film was just kind of like mediocre at best. And like, here's my issue with it is that while watching this movie, I'm trying to think, okay, how many jump scares am I going to give this film? What is my rating? And I wanted to say 3 for the longest time because there were some things I liked about it. But then the ending, I feel like got to be better. So I'm like, 3.5. I feel like actually I would give it now. But then the last scene in the movie really, it makes me want to go back to 3 again. And I'm like, so I think, I give it 3 jump scares out of 5. I wasn't the biggest fan.
This is like a definitively middle of the road horror film.
Yeah.
And if there was some bad directing or some bad acting, it would go into B movie category.
Yeah.
So it being as mediocre as it is, it doesn't do any better. Like I was considering going all the way down to 2.5.
Yeah. It's not even a matter of me wanting to like be a little more generous with the film. I'll give it whatever rating I feel like it honestly deserves. I feel like it's not like a horrible piece of crap. I feel like for me to give it a 1 or a 2.
So for me, the only issue and the only reason why I wouldn't give it a 2.5 is because it feels like if I've given movies that were also not that great higher rankings than that.
Yeah.
And of course, this was early on in our
Texas Chainsaw Massacre. I mean, I gave that one a 3.5. I remember.
Yeah, yes, and this falls into that category.
It does. It really
for
does.
Me. It falls into that category for me, but I don't know. I think for me this is a 3.
Yeah, man, and it feels. Like I really wanted to give it 3.5, and I was going to until that last ending.
It feels like all these years that I didn't watch it were well used years.
I wasn't actually missing out on anything.
I could have not watched it, and it would have been the exact same thing.
Yeah, I'm
not going to call it a waste of my time.
Yeah,
but it definitely didn't benefit. It's like okay, I see that this is a movie and I understand the general premise, but I mean, I suppose watching a synopsis of this movie would have been just as effective.
Yeah, and I was having fun at the end when the kid was trying to like kill the dad and everything. I'm like, oh, okay, this is I don't hate this like that. I appreciated that sort of art house kind of campy, feeling of the film. I'm like, all right, I like this, but just that last ending, honestly, I think I got angry, Rob. I was mad.
Yeah.
And so therefore 3 jump scares from Scary Terry and 3 jump scares from Rock Horror. That's what we give it. You guys got to let us know, man. Let us know more about this film. Tell us what you think about it, because for us, it just didn't hit or resonate maybe the way that it did for you. But I also
maybe this movie is for kids. No, I'm serious.
No, because I was just about to say, like, I feel like if I watched it as a kid, like, maybe. Actually, no, I can't even say because I didn't like horror movies as a kid. So I feel like this movie might have actually scared me as a kid, like a little kid watching it. Maybe not 12, 13, but
so this is,
I don't know.
This is the thing about this specific movie.
It's not for me.
This is a type of movie that would leave an imprint on you if you're too young or too like inexperienced with like film and movies.
Yeah,
to have seen better examples of this sort of thing.
Yeah.
Then I could see. So, like I said, maybe it was pushing it to be towards kids because kids could be scared of it. Because the only people that I've ever heard that are like Pet Sematary, it's like they're reminiscing.
Yeah,
about it for when they watched it as a kid. I don't know anybody who watches Pet Sematary like right now.
Yeah.
You know how people still will sit down and watch The Exorcist or something.
Yeah, but I mean,
people don't watch this Pet Cemetery.
No,
man, let's go.
Yeah, hey, look, I'm convinced that we had to have been kids watching the movie, and maybe would have appreciated it a lot more. But that's what we give it. 3 jump scares out of 5.
Yeah.
Don't forget to tune in for our next episode 41, which is Smile. Mm-hmm. A lot of you guys probably know that film more recently as it came out in 2022 and it spawned a sequel. So we're going to check that one out and give you guys our review for that.
Smile and Smiles.
Smile and Smile 2. Smiles would have been better, actually. I know. That's kind of more clever. Huh. Okay, well, we'll see what Smile 3 has. But in the meantime, we are signing off. So I'm Scary Terry.
I'm Rock Horror.
And we are Campfire Spookhouse, where we scare ourselves awake. We'll see you guys next time.